jump on in. So who wants to share first?
Well, since I've been running my mouth, I'll go ahead. Um,
You're on a roll.
might just be on a roll. I did relatively okay. I worked on the one God can be perceived, and all that is necessary is a willingness to perceive nothing else. And the more that I have read that, the more I've repeated it in situations that have been a tad bit challenging, and it has uplifted me and has reminded me of really what that truth is. That if I choose to see God in all things, in all situations, um, it can be a beautiful thing. It eliminates the mind and the separation immediately, actually. So I'm finding that to be really, really helpful. The two that I found most helpful is that one, and then ties right into God is dependent on you as you are on him. So those two work really, really well together. So it's just a constant reminder to be that extension. So I love this group and I love you guys and I love coming here every Tuesday night because it's a blessing, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, yeah, feel it too.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Mm. And V, I'm gonna do a spiritual training this year. I'm gonna hunker down, build it out, and I'm gonna start promoting it on Facebook and everywhere else I can. And I'm gonna start doing a spiritual training.
Awesome.
I'm just determined to do it.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Uh, yeah, I need to show up for that, I think.
It's
Mm,
very necessary.
very.
Mm. Well, mine was the loving thoughts the Son of God perceives in his mind are the world's only reality. They are eternal because they are loving. And it helped me contemplate every morning. I do a bit of journaling and I think about, so how did I go yesterday? And I can I can go back and visit how I went, and I kind of feel like I'm doing this. It does feel like it's creating a feeling of acceptance of whatever's around me and whoever's around me. And I think that flows out to them as well, and they feel accepted and they feel heard just just from this little exercise. It feels very similar to just being grateful and doing a journal. I'm grateful for all of this stuff, and it's just mm, it's just wonderful. It feels fantastic, and it feels like that expands out, so it's great.
You little ecstasy junkie, you. It's true.
Moonbeams and butterflies.
Yes.
Who else wants to share? Carol, are you ready?
Yeah, so I took Gary's one, which was God can be perceived. All that is necessary is the willingness to perceive nothing else. And I read that and I go, oh, is that all? And I have this sort of
That's all it is.
sarcastic
Yeah.
thing with myself about, how the simple, you want the simple stuff but it's not easy.
No,
But that's
most
okay.
certainly.
No, that's the work though, isn't it? To do
Well,
the simple.
Carly, if we can even do it for a minute or two, if we can just do it in one situation a day, it starts to build.
Mm.
Sometimes I would forget completely. Sometimes I'd just do it for 5 minutes when I was getting aggravated. And I would be like, okay, okay, feels different, feels better. I'm creating a new neural pathway of habit, just continue to do it. But yeah,
Mm.
it's not easy, but it's worth it.
Mm.
Joe, you look like you're ready.
I am not.
I wasn't here last week, and I don't believe I gave one the week before, and I'm not really finding notes from the previous week.
Hmm.
So, hi. I'm Fred.
Well, you're looking very professorial right now, so you're given grace no matter what, Joey.
I
Yeah.
showed up. That's what's important.
That is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Linda.
Linda, how'd you go?
And mine was if you perceive both good and evil, you're accepting both the false and the true and making no distinction between them. I failed miserably, just for the record.
So you saw a lot of evil, did you, and a lot of good?
Yeah, both of those. Yeah, and whatever was going on, I just went with that. So if it was evil, I was evil. If it was good, I was good. There was no in between. But that's
Now
okay
observing,
because
just
it's
jump
still
right
lesson
in.
learned.
I actually found something I shared on a page. It's a memory. And it says, when we heal ourselves, we heal our ancestors from wounds that run deep in our family. When we heal our ancestors, we heal the world from wounds that run deep in humanity.
Who said that?
Miriam Rose. I don't know who she is, but it's just a meme on Facebook and I love it.
Read
It's
it
all got to
again.
start from within, doesn't it?
Read it again, if you would.
Yes. When we heal ourselves, we heal our ancestors from wounds that run deep in our family. When we heal our ancestors, we heal the world from wounds that run deep in humanity.
I love that. I know that when we heal ourselves, we heal our ancestors, but I hadn't taken it out to when we heal our ancestry, we heal the world.
Mm.
I think that's beautiful.
I'll send it to you because you're not on Facebook.
Would you? That would be great. Be great.
Okay, shall we start reading them?
But we're only 15 minutes in though, V.
I know we're on point today. We're going to finish the book today.
well,
Oh,
I could
good.
delay if you'd like. I could delay if you'd like, and it kind of pertains to what you just read.
Oh yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
for it.
Yeah, go on.
So I have been dealing with back pain yet again, surprising. But I was talking with my chronic healer coach lady, Miss Carrie, and she was doing her thing, and she came and said that I have a cube in my hip that is ancient, ancestral, that needs healing. And so I've been sitting with it. I've been trying to communicate, understand, comprehend, figure out so I can release, let go, move on. And I am struggling. Yeah, not figuring it out yet.
Mm,
But the back pain's not so bad.
Okay.
Going to be awesome when you do figure it out.
Right?
Mm.
Right? What has been
Joey,
with me for so long?
I've got an exercise for you to do.
Mhm.
So you're trying to create a dialogue with this part of yourself. Is that true?
Communicate to comprehend why it's remaining, to find out what is needed to move forward, to release, to let go, to heal, to mend, to love, to care. I don't know what it needs, but I'd like to comprehend.
Okay, so this is what I got just now, is that it won't let go until you receive the wisdom it's trying to give you. That's number one. Number two, the mind is too agitated and not still enough yet to hear it, to hear its voice. So here's a way to start giving it a vehicle to communicate with you. So are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
So what you want to do is you want to write out a question to this part of yourself. Like you want to identify its location try to get an internal representation of it. And you said it was a cube? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. You want to get some distinctions on it. What color is it? How big is it? Where exactly it's lodged. Then you want to focus your mind on that location and you want to write a question to it with your right hand. And then you take whatever thoughts come to you, you take that and you write those thoughts out with your left hand, your non-dominant hand. So you're tapping into the right brain, which that part will be more capable of communicating through because it's not going to come through your conscious mind. It's going to come more through your subconscious. And the left brain, of course, is a little bit more open to that kind of download that that part could give. So you're doing right left brain integration by writing out the question with your dominant hand, answering it with your non-dominant hand, and just see what comes. And if nothing comes, just write out literally whatever word comes, even if it doesn't make any sense. Just start writing it out with your left hand and then see if the words don't start to connect. Okay?
Awesome.
Trial that
Definitely
and
worth a try.
see what happens.
That most I can say thus far is I'm told it's in my hip. And that's part of the reason for all of this pain that I keep enduring. Good stuff. Did we delay
Have
long
you-
enough?
Not yet. I'm still thinking. Just give me a second.
Sorry, sorry, guys. Sorry, I mentioned it.
Hold on.
It's perfect.
This is all good
You're
stuff,
the
though.
troublemaker. We're just at your beck and call, and you've been evil yet again.
Hey, and remember, you're not the first one to call me a troublemaker, okay?
Okay, here we go. Hip problems. Taking on too much responsibility, carrying people and problems on your hips, a sense of burden, too much frustration and guilt, feeling undervalued, underacknowledged, unsupported, unappreciated, feeling shot down, manipulated, used, taken advantage of, can't move forward. So there you go.
Plus the L4, L5, because that was part of the hip pain.
L4, L5. Oh, well, now that you've mentioned that, do you guys
Yeah.
mind?
No,
No.
not at all.
Okay, L4 and L5 is a classic. L4, sense of disempowerment with work and family, pressure to provide, have enough money, struggle with finances, feeling overwhelmed, confused, knowing what action to take, difficulty in valuing yourself, allowing others to dictate your worth, finding too many excuses for why things should stay the way they are, difficulty completing projects, and fear of failure. L5, holding on to feelings of betrayal, abandonment, isolation, difficulty trusting people, following through with your plans, frequent self-sabotage, anger and anxiety, a tendency to see yourself as a victim, and feeling confused and weighed down as if something's holding you back and you're unable to move forward. So those may be well and truly on their way out, but those are some of the things that you can begin to really start addressing and do the TMRT self-facilitation on anything that resembles those particular emotions. And you
Yeah,
can start moving the energy.
This back pain has actually been away for over a year now. It's been like a year and a half since I've experienced it. But when it was a regular thing, it was literally quarterly. Once every 3 months, I was down for a few weeks with it. So it's getting better. It's been away a while, but yeah, wonders like what's coming back. But yeah,
Well, it's
couple
just
of
another layer, Joe. It's just
yeah, a
another
couple
layer.
of those do definitely resonate with the world around me right now.
Yeah. Just kind of dig in, do some TMRT work on some of whatever memories come up for you around those emotions, and see if your back doesn't start to improve.
Yeah,
They're
still got to write you about the other stuff too. So one of these days
no
I'll
worries.
I'll be seeing you.
No worries. No worries at all. Now,
Thank
don't
you.
ever do that again, Linda.
You're picking on me now.
I'm just running my mouth. Veronica, you want me to start?
Still
Yes,
love you,
keep running
Gary.
your mouth and do number 4. It's the last
Okay, here we go again.
paragraph on this section.
Okay, so number 4. Oh, this is interesting. The perception of goodness is not knowledge, but the denial of the opposite of goodness enables you to recognize a condition in which opposites do not exist. And this is the condition of knowledge. Without this awareness, you have not met its condition, and until you do, you will not know it is yours already. You have made many ideas that you have placed between yourself and your creator, and these beliefs are the world as you perceive it. Truth is not absent here, but it is obscure. You do not know the difference between what you have made and what God created. So you do not know the difference between what you have made and what you have created. I said that twice. To believe that you can perceive the real world is to believe that you can know yourself. You can know God because it is His will to be known. The real world is all that the Holy Spirit has saved for you out of what you have made. And to perceive only this is salvation. It is the recognition that reality is only what is true.
Okay.
Did anybody else find that really convoluted?
Yeah,
Mm.
usually the last paragraph in a section is like, oh, it's all Zen and it just all winds it all together. But this is not that.
No, no. Do you want me to read it again? We go line by line?
Line by
do we?
line would be good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The perception of goodness is not knowledge, but the denial of the opposite of goodness enables you to recognize a condition in which opposites do not exist. That's really complex for me, anyways.
Mm.
The perception of goodness is not knowledge. Okay, so if we're perceiving goodness, the opposite has to exist as well, which means we're seeing in duality.
Oh,
So, but
yeah.
if the denial of the opposite of goodness, so if we're denying that the opposite of goodness exists, it enables you to recognize a condition in which opposites do not exist. I don't get that.
Okay.
Perception
Is
of
it saying there's not good or bad?
I
Yes.
think that's exactly what it's saying.
Mm.
So it's both the false and the true, just going back to paragraph 2.
Well, yeah, because I guess if we really break that down, like down to the bottom line, is there is no good and bad. There's only the will of God, and that's always perfection. And no matter what is occurring, if we only chose to not see any opposites at all, we would see heaven, I would think. And this is a condition of knowledge.
That almost started flowing with I view everything as an experience. Stop labeling good, bad, positive, negative, icky, yucky, whatever. Just an experience. There's a lesson and a blessing. Learn it, move on. And
Yeah.
it's a game changer.
Yeah, it is. It is for sure.
Yeah.
Without this awareness, meaning the awareness that there is no good or bad, without this awareness, you have not met its conditions. And until you do, you will not know it is already yours. Okay, that makes sense. Does anybody want to add to that? Okay. You have made many ideas that you have placed between yourself and your creator, meaning probably good and bad and judgment. And these beliefs are the world as you perceive it. Okay, that's understandable. Truth is not absent here, but it is obscured. So I think it's obscured by our judgment and seeing opposites, meaning good and evil.
I just
Do
keep
you?
coming up with God is good. And then this is saying no, not that. Like isn't perfection good?
Elaborate some more, Corley.
Well, if we say that everything's perfect how it is, and I sort of equate perfect and good together, that's sort of hard to separate. And then it's like everything's good, even when it's not good.
How about just saying God is?
Making no distinction.
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't think we can make a distinction. I really don't think we can. I think we have to see things as they unfold, as it just is, and in that isness, we know that we're like, if we really had faith, like if I really had faith in God, that all things past, present, and to come are gently planned by one who unconditionally loves me, no matter what came, it would be like the perfect thing to come. I wouldn't have to evaluate it. I wouldn't have to judge it. I wouldn't have to compare it to something else. It would just, because it is, means that's perfect for me. Because I'm in this moment with whatever that event or thing is. Now, to live that, that's a whole nother kettle of fish.
Mm.
Is that what you're talking about, Corley? I
Yeah,
know
I
that's
think
what
so.
Joy's talking about. Yeah.
Hmm.
And you're right, Joe. It is a game changer for sure. Where did I stop?
It's yours already.
Obscure, I think.
Oh,
I
is it
think I
obscure?
stopped at, but it
So
is obscure.
Oh, yes, obscure. Yeah.
can I just, sorry to interrupt, but can I just go back to my lesson from last week? Because
Mhm.
I'm just wondering if that kind of ties that all together. If you perceive both good and evil, you are accepting both the false and the true and making no distinction between them.
Yeah.
That, am I right in thinking that kind of ties it together? We're not, if we're not looking, well, you're accepting both the good and the bad.
Well, we're not
But
even
you're not making
judging
any
whether it's good or,
distinction.
I don't think you can call it good or bad. It just is.
Yeah,
Like we're not
false and
seeing,
true.
we're choosing not to see that distinction as good or bad.
Mm,
It's an ism.
mm.
I've been trying to wrap my head around the murder of the last person in Minneapolis,
Alex
by
Preety.
and Preeti, yeah. And I've been trying to wrap my head around it, and I have a lot of I had a lot of emotions and feelings around it because he was fundamentally assassinated by the government, and so I watched the video, and it's really, and so many people are so upset, and so I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, and this is the point for me. It's like I have emotions in my body. I cried about that because it was so incredibly tragic that someone innocent would be murdered in that way and then vilified by the government. So I just was like rage, sadness, and all these emotions. And then it comes down to, how do I see that as perfect? How do I see? I can frame it in a way that I can see it as, it was his time to leave the planet. I can't evaluate that. I can't call that good or bad. For all we know, those people that surrounded him and shot him 5 times for doing next nothing, it's like they may have had lots of different karmic interactions and things from lifetimes past. How do I know? I don't. All I know is that this event occurred that's really galvanizing the country right now. But this event occurred, and I'm thinking, I'm looking at it, I'm going, can I call it bad? Or can I call it good? I can't call it either, but I can have emotions around it. But then I think, if I have emotions, Why am I crying if it's perfect? And why am I I can't call it perfect. Why am I crying that this thing is simply part of the journey that everyone that I know is affected by and has affected the whole country? How can I call that good or bad? But then what do I do with my feelings and my humanness and my emotions around it as well? Those of you that are living in America, like Jane and Joe, I don't know what you guys felt, but it was for me, I had a lot of feelings because never in history have we seen something like that. I'm sure it's happened before, but never have we seen it on a nationwide scale like that. And so
Yeah.
I'm grappling with that. Like, what do I do with my human feelings? And then how do I frame it in this thing of protection? And I won't say I'm conflicted because I know what the right answer is, but I also feel that the emotions need to be expressed. I don't think I can stuff those in and say, oh, it's just perfect. It's wonderful. It's all karmic. It's God's grace. And in truth, I think it is. And I don't have to weep for too long. I can get there pretty fast. But is it, Jane and Joe, are you having a similar kind of feeling about what this is and how you handle your own emotional states around it?
So
Because
you,
I am.
you have shocked me. I have not heard of this newest one. Alex, you said? I haven't heard of this one yet, but
Oh,
the most I can say, Gary, is this is a learning planet. One of the big
what is
things we're
that?
here to learn is feelings. We're here to experience them. And I don't know what happened in this case. I can't really speak on it, but ultimately the amount of people that watched it were meant to feel something by it and meant to be changed, moved, altered in some way by it. So the complexity of how deep these
Oh
things
no.
go, we will never understand because we don't have that God consciousness that allows us to see 5,000 levels deep to really truly know how far out this one life has changed many others, millions of others.
I just heard something. And what I heard was a voice in my head that said, Gary, the body is not real. And when I think of it from that perspective, that the body is not real, I can release much easier the emotions that I've had. Um, yeah, because it was a tragic, tragic thing, and it was amazingly in cold blood, an amazingly innocent guy that was a ICU nurse for veterans, and it was it was hard to watch. But when I think about that, the body's not real, and the soul that he was, and the way it's touched literally the entire nation. Are you experiencing that, Jane, too? That it's
Yeah,
just touched
without
the
a
nation?
doubt, it's really catapulted me into doing something.
Yeah,
I called my congressman yesterday,
good.
and I put it on Facebook. Everybody, there's a funding measure on the Congress people's desk. Call your congressperson. Here's the number for the one in our 6 counties. Call him and tell him how you feel about continuing to fund
I
the Border Patrol, ICE.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I did. And so, um, and then, of course, the chief of police for Minneapolis, I saw an interview and I sent that on to friends. He said, in the last year, 2025, we had confiscated over 900 guns of people who needed to have them taken away. And no one was killed. No one was shot. No one was injured. And to have the Minneapolis State Police, local police, go to the scene of this and be turned away and be told that we've got this. and so on and so on. But yet I feel like I thanked Alex Preety myself, and I said, I gotta believe either you woke up or you died saying, "Thy will be done." You died, or you woke up and said, "How would you like me to serve today?" Because
Yeah, or this was
he's
he's a
a
servant.
servant.
He's a total servant because his whatever it is, his sacrifice has woken up a lot of people.
Oh, big, 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 big.
I know. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I think
It's good
as
we're
we're
talking
talking
about it.
this through, I think we're answering the question is that we don't know the far-reaching beneficial ramifications of waking up the souls and humanity in other people
Yes,
who were asleep before and now they're awake because the government is lying bold-faced to the
yes,
American public,
yes,
and they have all the
yes.
videos that show the opposite of what the government is claiming. I mean, it's pretty amazing. And so
It's
it's
outrageous.
he's made with his life and his care for that woman that ICE was beating up.
Yes.
He made a huge contribution. I mean, the biggest
Y-
contribution.
And aren't we lucky that it is 2026 and there are people out there with cameras and phones with cameras and video. If this
Yeah,
happened 40 years ago,
no one would have known.
you know, mm-mm.
So it's okay. I'm kind of answering my own question here.
Yeah.
Sorry, people from Australia, that the Americans just
Thank you.
hijacked.
Thank you for our indulgence here.
We see it.
It is
It's just crazy.
It is so big for me, anyways. And the question of good and evil, Linda, when we come down to it, the question of good and evil, when we choose to see that neither really exist, there is for me, anyways, what I'm experiencing right now, there's like a centering. There's like the body's not the body's not real. We're all here for like the master would say that your breaths are absolutely numbered. The moment of your birth, the moment of your death, they are fixed. So if that's true, then there is no good or evil. There's simply the transitioning and the lessons that souls are teaching each other by going through being physical and being on this planet. And that's the only way I think I can frame it, because um, otherwise it's just, well, there's no peace here if we don't frame it in that way. There's no
Right.
peace inside of yourself if we don't frame it in that way.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But I got on the call
Yeah.
tonight and I was pretty upset. Not in a radical kind of way, just this deep sadness
Yeah.
around
Really filled with it.
oh God.
Yeah.
I cried.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yet there's such fervor
Yeah, I
that
know. I
says,
just go ahead.
it has to be different. It has to be better. It has to be there has to be love.
That's what it's coming down
And
to.
then just keep looking forward. And what do I do next? You look inward, you look outward, and that's all you can do.
Yeah. Do we
These
need to
times, just keep looking inward. It's too ugly outward. Just keep looking inward, keep seeing that love, keep seeing that kindness, and let that reflect outward for others to see. So we can be the role model as we try and move forward through this shithole we're walking through.
Yeah, yeah,
or we need to see it through the perfection that we're seeing outside of ourselves that we don't quite understand because we're still
right.
seeing separated mind. We
Yeah,
have to bring ourselves up to that place, because unless we do, um, I mean, I guess I want to say this, like we're a rare group. This is rare that people meet
Yeah.
consecutively, and that we're trying to understand how to live a life perceptually
Yes.
that is different. And if we can't do it, then who the heck's going to do it? So my sense is we really have I'll speak to myself. I have to come up to a new level of application of these principles. And that's very much why I want to start a spiritual training, because I want to bring the Course in Miracles and what we're learning into those trainings. I already have one that I've already done called A Course in Miracles, or I called it something else like the Awakening Training or something. But this is what I think needs to start to happen, because unless we begin to start rising to a higher level of perception, there is no remedy here at this level of consciousness. There just is not. And we have to have a higher vibratory resonance than what we're seeing. Then I have to have a higher vibratory resonance than what I've been living to
Yes.
actually make the kind of contribution that I think we all have to make. I mean, does anyone else want to join me on that?
Absolutely.
I just have to say one thing. So I actually went to Canva and I made a, excuse me, I have a terrific cold. I went to Canva and I made a poster, and I said on the heading of it, I said, if not now, when? If not me, then who? If not us, then who? And that's what it's all about. It's a call. It's a call to action. It's a call to love. And there's something so wonderful about that. To keep that momentum, that forward motion, the arms out, saying, make me part of the peace. So, anyways.
No, I think it still comes down to, God can be perceived in all things, and all that's necessary is a willingness to perceive nothing else but God.
Right.
Do we need to read this paragraph more, or should we go on to the next? I will continue then.
We might as well just finish reading it again, I think.
Okay. So I'm at number, I think 6 there. It says, you
Yes.
do not know the difference between what you have made and what God created. So you do not know the difference between what you made and what you have created. To believe that you can perceive the real world is to believe that you can know yourself. You can know God because it is His will to be known. The real world is all that the Holy Spirit has saved for you out of what you have made. And to perceive only this is salvation. It is a recognition that reality is only what is true.
Does it somehow seem to make more sense now after the conversation we've just had?
It does to me now.
Mm.
Does it to everybody else?
Yeah.
Because I don't think we any of us see the real world. I think if we saw the real world, it would be so much love and so much light. We would just see God in all things, and we would be in ecstasy. I have met people that live in that space. Not often. In 74 years on the planet, I've probably met 2. But they exist. The master I was initiated by, and Byron Katie. So Byron Katie, the time I had with her, she was living it. She was living it.
Absolutely.
You want to go on to 5e?
Yes, well, we'll go on to the next section. The
Oh,
problem, the answer.
here we go.
Right. Does anybody want to read that?
I love the first line. This is a very
I
simple
will.
course. Oh, yeah, right.
I'll do
Who
it.
wants to go,
Good on you,
Linda?
Linda.
This is a very simple course. Perhaps you do not feel you need a course which, in the end, teaches that only reality is true. But do you believe it? When you perceive the real world, you will recognize that you did not believe it. Yet the swiftness with which your new and only real perception will be translated into knowledge will leave you but an instant to realize that this alone is true. And then everything you made will be forgotten, the good and the bad, the false and the true. For as heaven and earth become one, even the real world will vanish from your sight. The end of the world is not its destruction, but its translation into heaven. The reinterpretation of the world is the transfer of all perception to knowledge. I love that.
Mm.
That is so cool.
That's everything we've been talking about right there.
It is. Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions about that paragraph?
I think we've already been studying it with our conversation, really.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Linda's making some notes.
Oh, I am. I really like that paragraph.
Mm.
You mean you're not taking notes? Oh man, good
Oh,
stuff.
I am. I'm,
You type
I'm
some.
scratching away.
Oh, one of my favorite chapters in all the Course in Miracles is chapter 15 coming up.
Oh, yay.
Shall
We
we go
might
on,
get
V?
there this year.
Well, we may. Let's go on to number 2.
Is everyone ready?
Ready
Mhm.
enough.
Who wants to read number 2?
Oh, well. The Bible tells you to become as little children. Little children recognize that they do not understand what they perceive, and so they ask what it means. Do not make the mistake of believing that you understand what you perceive, for its meaning is lost to you. Yet the Holy Spirit has saved its meaning for you, and if you will let him interpret it, he will restore you to what you have thrown away. Yet while you think you know its meaning, you will see no need to ask it of him.
For me, this is about remaining curious and the beginner mindset. And I always love when I go to a class and I think I know what it's all about. Well, I'm repeating a class, but I go in pretending I'm a beginner. So, and then you learn something. But if you go in thinking you know it all, you don't learn anything.
I literally just started creating my next TikTok video talking about how many of us seem to walk around screaming that we know it all when we truly know nothing, and those that know a lot more walk around acting like they know nothing because they want that opportunity to research and learn deeper and deeper into the things that they even thought they knew.
Mm,
That's cool.
yeah.
Mm. I find it interesting also with that whole, being like a child, and because children don't, they don't know everything. But then the perception is when you're a child that the adult does know everything, and then we get to believe that adults know everything, which is not a good
Yep.
belief, really. Well, that's what we're
Yep.
trying to undo, isn't it?
Yes, it
Yep.
is. That's the
And
world we
then,
made up.
and then when you get older, as the children that, well, as a child I know, they had to unlearn a lot of stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
Trying to remember the quote about that too. And I don't know who did it, but it was something about the people who will, the biggest skill is to be able to unlearn and relearn. Find the quote.
That just being open to learn is a great character.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Could we-
Is there any more we need to discuss on number 2, or should we go to number 3?
Yeah. Let's go to number 3. This will probably be our last one.
For tonight, it will be.
Yeah.
Well, we've done good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've unpacked a lot of stuff today.
Hmm.
I'll read number 3. You do not know the meaning of anything you perceive. Not one thought you hold is wholly true. The recognition of this is your firm beginning. You are not misguided. You have accepted no guide at all. Instruction in perception is your great need, for you understand nothing. Recognize this, but do not accept it, for understanding is your inheritance. Perceptions are learned, and you are not without a teacher. Yet your willingness to learn of him depends on your willingness to question everything you learned of yourself. For you who learned amiss should not be your own teacher.
One of the very first lessons in the Book of Lessons for the Course of Miracles is to spend a great deal of time going, this is not what I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is not what I think it is. This is not what I think it is. Because we are, everything we perceive, we think has a meaning and a definition that we define it by, but it doesn't, it's not what we think it is. And that this number 3 is absolutely beautiful, because it says yet your willingness to learn of him depends on your willingness to question everything you learned of yourself. For you who learned amiss should not be your own teacher. That is so powerful.
Mhm.
There's my lesson in that one.
Yeah. Oof. Thank you guys for showing up every Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Yes.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you all. Yes,
Yes.
I just really needed this tonight.
me too.
Do we need to break that one up?
I think it's clear for me. I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone else
And,
has a
you know,
question.
Mhm.
it's amazing how when we go off track, we're not reading, we're actually talking. And, you know, the subject matter that you needed to talk about today is exactly what we needed to learn in the reading.
Mm.
Yeah, was kind of
Absolutely.
perfect actually. It's
Mm,
kind of
Yeah.
perfect.
yeah.
That's how God works.
Yeah.
I'll give
You
you my
guys,
lesson. Got it ready.
you go for it,
You,
V.
your willingness to learn of him depends on your willingness to question everything you learned of yourself.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah,
Um,
mine is kind of drawing from it all. I am but a child, and my perception is love.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, beautiful.
I am sticking to mine because for me, these are the only two that make everything else work. So God can be perceived. All that is necessary is a willingness to perceive nothing else. As I do, I know that God is as dependent on me as I am on him.
Mm. That's power right there.
Mhm.
Yep, those two for me encapsulate everything that I require to do. I
Mhm.
just wish it came more naturally.
Well, isn't it about removing the blocks that keep us from our wholeness?
Well, it's only ever our thinking, and our thinking is about our perception, and that perception is a learned perception, and therefore, we have to reframe our perception through time, and I think as
Mhm.
we do, we start to raise our vibrational level and frequency, and as we do that, we start to have different experiences, and as we have those different experiences, we get evidences that what we are doing is turning separation into heaven. And that's
Mm.
the only thing that I know to do at this point.
Right. Right. Yeah. Amen.
Mm. Who else has their lesson, even if it's the same one?
The reinterpretation of the world is the transfer of all, excuse me. The reinterpretation of the world is a transfer of all perception to knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's mine as well, Joe.
Beautiful.
Did you see my halo come up then? Look at that.
Look
I
at it.
I I see it. Oh, the beautiful shade of silver and gold.
Thank you, my love.
So an hour with us can really change moods, huh? Go from that troublemaker to that saint.
Carly?
I sort of chose lots, but I'm going to stick with become as little children. That's actually quite a skill.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You know how much stuff you got to let go of to become like a child?
Mm.
Right. Right.
But it should be the easiest thing in the world, shouldn't it? To be able to do
Yeah.
that. It should be the
Mhm.
easiest thing in the world to just let go of everything and become that child
TMRT has
again.
revealed that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I hear that winning the lottery doesn't do it either.
Moving to Nannup did it. My inner child said, you need to play with horses. Come to Nannup. Gotta listen to your inner child.
And when I
All
win
right.
when I win the lottery, Jane, I'll let you know if that's true or not.
Please do. Please, I want to know.
All
No
right,
problem
everybody.
at all.
God bless you all. Thank you very much. See
Oh,
Love you
God
guys.
bless us all.
you next
Mwah.
week.
Much love.